A farmer in Western Kenya received a diagnosis in 90 seconds. A student in Lagos now has a teacher who speaks his language, Yoruba. And a doctor in Ghana is reading X-rays with the help of a machine. None of these people have visited a big city. None of them have a university degree in technology. So how is all of this possible? And why is Africa, not the United States, not Europe, becoming one of the most exciting places in the world for artificial intelligence? Stay with us. The answer will surprise you. A fever in Western Kenya. In 2024, a 28-year-old maize farmer named David walked into a small public clinic in Siaya County, Kenya. He had a fever. His body ached. He felt very tired. 10 years ago, David would have waited many days, sometimes weeks, for a doctor to tell him what was wrong. But in 2024, something different happened. A community health worker took a small photo of David's blood using an ordinary smartphone. The phone was connected to a tiny, inexpensive microscope. Then, an artificial intelligence program, a computer that can think like a human, looked at the image. In just 90 seconds, the computer gave an answer. David had malaria. The result was 98.5% accurate, more accurate than most human laboratory workers in the country. David received his medicine that same afternoon. He went home to his farm. His life was not interrupted. This story is not unusual anymore. Across Africa, technology is quietly changing healthcare and many other parts of life. 90 seconds. The time it took for an AI tool in rural Kenya to diagnose malaria. A test that used to take days. Building from the ground up. For many years, people talked about Africa's problems. Poor roads, weak hospitals, too few schools, not enough electricity. But in 2025 and 2026, something important is happening. African engineers, doctors, and business people are not waiting for outside help. They are innovating, building their own solutions to their own problems. In Ghana, a company called Chestify AI built a program that helps doctors read chest X-rays. The program can find signs of lung disease, tuberculosis, and other conditions quickly. Many small hospitals in Ghana do not have specialist doctors. Now, with Chestify AI, a nurse or a general doctor can use the tool to understand X-rays without waiting months for a specialist to arrive. In Nigeria, local engineers are building language models, AI programs that can read and speak Nigerian languages like Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. This is very important. Many AI tools from the United States or Europe only work well in English. For millions of Africans who speak local languages, those tools are not useful. Nigerian innovators are changing that. The farmer who talks to a machine. Farming is one of the most important industries in Africa. More than half of all Africans work in agriculture. But farming in Africa is difficult. The weather is changing, soil quality varies greatly, and many farmers cannot read, or they read only in their local language, not in English. A team of researchers at an international agriculture organization called CGIAR has developed an AI farming tool that works with voice. A farmer can speak into a phone in their own language, Swahili, Amharic, or another local tongue, and the AI tool gives advice about their crops. It can suggest the best time to plant. It can warn about diseases. It can recommend which seeds to use. This is not a tool for university graduates, said one CGIAR scientist. This is for every farmer, everywhere. By mid-2026, the team plans to scale the tool into West Africa, Nigeria, Senegal, and Ghana. This matters because AI tools designed in Silicon Valley often do not understand African farming. They do not know about cassava, sorghum, or millet. They do not know the seasons of the Sahel. African-built AI tools understand Africa. 83% of Africa's AI investment in early 2025 went to just 4 countries: Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, and Egypt, showing where the continent's tech leadership is growing fastest. Governments are paying attention. This AI boom is not only happening in businesses and universities. Governments across Africa are also making plans. In 2025, Kenya released its national AI strategy, a government plan to use AI in healthcare, education, farming, and public services. Nigeria, Ghana, Rwanda, Senegal, and more than a dozen other African countries have published similar plans. The Kenyan government is working with Microsoft and other international companies to build large data centers, computer storage buildings that are powered by green, geothermal energy from Kenya's famous Rift Valley. This is smart and sustainable. Africa does not need to copy other countries' old ideas. It can build something better. Countries like Nigeria and Kenya are using AI to reduce their dependence on oil and farming by building data-driven economies, says one policy report. Instead of only selling natural resources, these countries want to sell ideas, software, and technology to the world. The challenges are real. Of course, the road is not easy. Africa still faces serious challenges. Not everyone has access to reliable electricity or the internet. Training skilled AI workers takes time. And there are important questions about safety and data privacy. Who controls the information that these AI systems collect? A 2025 report found that while more than 75% of young Africans used AI tools at least once a week, the quality of internet access and the availability of skilled teachers remained unequal across the continent. Countries like Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, and Egypt are moving fast. Others are still in the beginning stages. There is also a concern that too many African companies are outsourcing, paying foreign companies to build AI tools for them, rather than developing the capacity at home. In 2026, analysts noted that some African startups were beginning to hire AI companies in Asia to build their systems. This creates jobs outside Africa, not inside. But these challenges are not unique to Africa. Every country in the world is struggling with AI safety, skills gaps, and fairness. The difference is that African innovators are motivated. They are solving problems that directly affect their families and communities. That motivation is powerful. A new story of Africa. For too long, the world's story about Africa focused only on poverty, conflict, and need. But the Africa of 2026 is building something remarkable. In Nairobi, young engineers are coding AI systems that will be used across the continent. In Lagos, a startup founder is teaching a language model to understand market sellers who speak pidgin English. In Accra, a medical school is training doctors to work alongside AI tools, not instead of them. These stories do not always appear in international news. They do not always win global awards, but they are happening every day in clinics, farms, classrooms, and offices across 54 countries. Africa is not waiting to be discovered by the world. Africa is building its own future, and artificial intelligence is one of the most important tools in that work. David, the farmer in Kenya, is back at work. His malaria is gone. He planted his maize. The rains came, and somewhere, in a building in Nairobi, an engineer is already working on the next tool that will help the next David in the next village with the next problem. That is Africa's AI boom, and it is only just beginning. You now know how AI is helping farmers, doctors, and students across Africa. But here is the question nobody is asking yet. What happens when an AI system built in Africa becomes more powerful than the ones built in Silicon Valley? One African startup is already getting close. Which country is it? Which language did they start with? And why did they choose that language above all others? Come back for the next episode and find out why the future of artificial intelligence may be spoken in Swahili. Every episode gives you real news, real vocabulary, and real African voices. Subscribe to English Through African on YouTube. It is free, and it will change how you see the world.